Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be doing another review. This time around, I'm going to be doing a review for Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. Yeah, it's probably the oldest movie I've reviewed on this channel up until now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. This movie stars James Stewart, Jean Arthur, Claude Rains, Edward Arnold, Guy Kybe, and Thomas Mitchell. So yeah, before I begin though, 10-second spoiler warning as usual. For those who have yet to actually watch this movie and haven't already, stop the video, go check it out and come back and watch the rest of this review. 10-second spoiler warning as usual, starting now. Okay, so 10 seconds are up. So for those who have yet to actually watch this movie and haven't already, please don't comment down below or be messaging me. That never gave you a fair warning because as usual, I did. So yeah, Mr. Smith Goes to Washington as usual. Quick synopsis, likes and dislikes, and then the rate. So you have basically this guy called Jefferson Smith or Mr. Smith, and he's like this Boy Scout kind of type of character. He leads the Boy Scouts of America basically, and he's chosen to become the next representative, one of the next representatives for his state. They don't say the state, they don't say the name of the state where he comes from, so yeah, and that they say that the reason they didn't say what state he came from was because of a directorial direction. I guess that came out wrong, but it was like direction or whatever to not make it so specific to one place, which is interesting. Okay, I'm probably explaining it wrong, but it's interesting the way they set it out to be. Okay, so he's basically chosen to be the next U.S. Senate. Um, and while he's there, he realizes that basically that the government is corrupt as all fuck. There's big corporations buying out politicians. Politicians are basically making laws depending on what the big businesses want, and he doesn't really want to be part of that. He kind of wants to do his own thing. He wants to help all the homeless kids and everybody who's in hunger, everybody who's in poverty and trouble. Mr. Smith, he wants to help all the poor people. Well, one day the other representative from his state, played by Claude Rains, he accuses Mr. Smith of using all the money that has been given to him for his project, which is for the project, to build homeless shelters all around the country. He claims that Mr. Smith is using that for his own intentions, to buy his own stuff, that he's not using the money for its intended purposes. And hence, now we get one of the longest, best, funniest, and dramatic filibusters in all of movie history. Yeah, that filibuster's that's a good half hour. It's well done. Yeah, but it's a great movie. I'm just gonna say, it's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Definitely within top 25-ish. I want to say 25, 50. It has to be up there. It's a fantastic movie in my opinion. Holy shit, James Stewart. I've never really seen him in anything. I haven't seen It's a Wonderful Life. I haven't seen the Philadelphia Story. I believe he's in that. I haven't really seen some of his other movies. I haven't seen Vertigo. I believe he's in that, and Rope. Haven't really seen much of his work, to be honest, or at all. This is actually the first James Stewart movie I've seen, and I've got to say, guy's got talent. I mean, I've heard it that he's got talent, right? But now I see that he legit has talent. And what I like about this film is it's just so controversial, especially for its time. It came out in 1939, October 1939 to be more specific, right before World War II, and obviously you're going to have a lot of controversy surrounding it. Apparently when they were screening it to politicians of the time, many of them walked out saying that this was you expect what they said, that this is a terrible movie, that none of this ever happens, blah blah blah. The same bullshit thing, when we all know it actually does happen. We all know that big businesses run this country, not the actual politicians, right? So yeah, but politicians at the time were insulted because they felt accused of something they don't do, So yeah, overall, I thought this was a great movie. I like the political satire behind it. It's very great in my opinion. It's really interesting, because I haven't seen many movies that attack that issue, that big businesses and big corporations own the politicians and basically to some extent own this country. I haven't seen many movies that do that. So to finally see a movie that does this, is interesting, and I really do like the way they do it. It's really fun, really interesting. James Stewart, really likable guy in this role. He's dramatic, he's comedic. The whole filibuster scene, or it's like 40 minutes long or half an hour or whatever. I thought he did pretty good, from start to finish. And we see him because the filibuster, I think, in the movie it took about 24 hours. Like, it didn't take 24 hours to film, but it took the span of 24 hours theoretically. And you see him at the beginning. He's all dressed up, in his tuxedo, whatever. He's got his hair combed, and at the end, he's basically sweating it out. His hair is all a mess. It's really well done in my opinion. Really do like it. It's fantastic in my opinion. Shit. I mean, what hasn't been said about this movie? It's a fantastic movie. It's a fantastic movie. I mean, if you haven't seen it, why not? Seriously, like, why not? Why haven't you seen it, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Do check it out if you haven't already. It's probably one of my favorite black and white movies of all time as well. Yeah, it's black and white, 1939. What do you expect? I mean, any negatives? Not really. It feels short. It feels too short. It's a little bit over 2 hours long. It feels shorter. It feels like an hour and a half. Honestly, it feels really short when it's about 2 hours long. And I mean, the story as a whole is engrossing in my opinion. Fantastic in my opinion. James Stewart, he does a great job. Jean Arthur, the female lead, she's pretty good. Claude Rains, again, pretty good. Edward Arnold, he did a great job. Everybody here did a great job in their roles. Grant Mitchell, he did a pretty good job for the small role he did, and same thing, H.B. Warner, for the small role he had in this movie, he also did a really great job in my opinion. Overall, fantastic movie. Great ensemble cast. Yeah, something I rarely say, ensemble cast or whatever. I never talk about the cast as a whole, saying that they all work good or whatever. Normally I say it's like, yeah, it's good acting, whatever. But no, here, fantastic. Holy shit. Great writing, great acting. Let me rephrase that. Fantastic writing, fantastic acting, fantastic story, and just a fantastic look at how America is and how America was and is, and how big corporate companies basically run this nation. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. Fantastic movie, not one flaw with it. And yeah, if you haven't seen it already, definitely do check it out. I got the Digibook. Yeah, I got the Digibook. I did an unboxing for that. So check that out. Just search it up on the channel or whatever. I'll leave an annotation here. So yeah, overall, great movie. Definitely do check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, that's basically it for this review. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, and comic book reviews. Comment down below on your thoughts on the movie. Have you seen it? And if not, why not? And if you have, what are your thoughts on it? Comment down below. Like the video, share on Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, or whatever you guys prefer. And that's basically it for now. This is Daniel Mart signing off.